Good evening, my Rosalynds and Rosikins. Mother's back. And I want to put you on game to something I've realized since I've been on my weight loss journey. People will clap for you when you're a size medium, when you're a size large, or a size extra large, etc. But when you start hitting the small, extra small, oh baby, you's the problem. What I realize is that people often compare their body to yours the smaller you get. So, like size small and below, you are now becoming a standard of reference to their own insecurities in regards to their body image. You are someone who shows that you went the extra mile to get down to the S's and the extra S's and the extra S's while they stayed M through L. You know what I'm saying? And so they feel that that is an issue and that it shows that they're mediocre with their own body standards and discipline. And so now they're not going to clap, they're going to gasp and ask, "Are you okay?" And say, "Don't lose too much." And then also sexualize you in a sense of looking at your attire that you pull off seamlessly because your body is the outfit, right? Your body is the outfit, and you have the body of a mannequin, as one would say, or you have the monster goalie body, okay, skinny, fit, and perfect. And so now they're looking at your fashion and judging that as well. I mean, it's just crazy how much a size extra small to small can trigger somebody. And you know what I find interesting is as I'm scrolling through YouTube and looking at comment sections, all I see are women praising women that are bigger, that are mediums, larges, extra larges, and the number goes up. And saying that this is a body of a real grown woman. Skirt, excuse the fuck out of me. I I didn't know that we were pairing obesity with being grown, especially specifically for women. And that be the case, why is it that men that are overweight don't try to categorize their obesity as the body of a grown man? And then to add salt to injury, then you want to put it on mothers specifically. And at times even dads. I think that it's terrible how we try to categorize an obese, out of shape body with parenthood overall, but especially for mothers, and try to make women okay with being not their healthiest, fittest self. I think it is preposterous and totally demented to try to pair an out of shape body, the lack of discipline, the lack of self love, the lack of sacrificing for the things that matter, which is your health, so that you don't end up, in a doctor's room or something, or with certain diseases. We try to make that be a bad thing. That we have discipline, that we have self love, that we make sacrifices for our health, and we try to make it normalized to have all the opposite of that, right? And I think that it is insulting to grown people everywhere to try to pair unhealthiness with what it is to be an adult. And I think that you're delusional if you're a woman who feels that a grown woman body is, have to be a size large, extra large, etc. Even at times, even a medium, depending on how tall you are, etc., and your weight. Like, I don't understand how a lot of people want to pair their lack of discipline and their ignorance with health in their own body with something to be celebrated as normal, right? And so, as I'm looking at these comments, I see people praising the big back, praising the woman that settled for a size 6 when she could have been a size 4, a size 2, a size 0, a size double zero, hell, whatever she wants to be below a medium. and then in criminalizing the women that have the discipline, have the mental fortitude to say that food will not be my God. I will, take care of the body that Yah gave me, and I'm going to uphold my beauty as a woman, right, on a pedestal. And I'm going to be a small, an extra small, an extra, extra small consistently. No up and down. This is my lifestyle. I find it so interesting how women will want to persecute, crucify a woman like that. And these same women are put on a pedestal, and then the same big back is going to be complaining that men don't want her as much as they want the woman that has the discipline, the self-love, and has made the sacrifices to uphold her fitness, her health, and her beauty on a pedestal. And they're mad they don't get the same results. Well, baby, if you are eating everything in sight, if you are not exercising, if you are have a gluttony type of mindset, a lack mindset especially, why would a man want you if you neglect your health and your beauty? Why would a man that has eyes, anybody with eyes, want to give you the same respect as someone who has more of um, a smaller frame or smaller body that they obviously have disciplined themselves to cultivate? Why would he trust you with being on his arm? Why would he want to basically, as one could say, not elevate himself socially? Because when a woman looks good, it makes her man look even richer, right? Because you are an accessory as well as a prize and a trophy and a human being. I'm not taking away from us being human beings as pretty girls, but to be pretty, skinny, and wealthy, honey, on your own terms and in your own right is a flex. And any woman that tries to cheat their way to having a certain lifestyle, they're going to learn very quickly that you can't. And one of the things that women try to cheat with is wanting the skinny privilege without being skinny. It's impossible, okay? It's impossible. I can't do it. You can't do it. A lot of us cannot do it. Actually, no one can do it. Either you're skinny or you're not. Either you're pretty or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Either you have some form of wealth building as a beautiful woman or you don't. So it's up to you to decide what lifestyle you want to manifest, create, and work towards in life. But you cannot skip the grind of becoming the woman you're always meant to be by trying to say that you've arrived when the whole world can see that you haven't quite arrived yet. And, when we're talking about the clapping of the mediocrity of weight in a woman, it's very astounding because the people that clap the most, I realize, when it comes down to being a medium, a large, extra large, etc., are other overweight women. They're all day long. Yes, queen, yes. Because you're not a threat. It's because you don't get the skinny privilege. You don't get the certain privileges that someone who's a small and below would get. You get the, okay, I'm average in regards to weight, or, oh, wow, I'm comfortable. She can be comfortable around me because I'm not too small yet, compared to her, et cetera, et cetera. You get that. You get the sisterhood clap of acceptance of mediocrity. You don't get the, oh my God, runway fashion. Yes, girl. Yes, queen clap. You don't get that clap yet amongst other beautiful, privileged, skinny privileged, pretty privileged, and wealth building privileged women because you're still in the middle. You still are a fence sitter. Okay. Like medium is not fat. I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying medium is like a fence sitter. You're like in, the part where you don't pick a side yet. So you're comfortable, right? The bigger girls are comfortable around you. The skinny girls will probably be telling you to keep going. But the majority are bigger, right? Especially in America. Women are very big here in America. And so you're going to be praised more by the average woman than the exceptional woman that has a level of discipline that the average woman is not trying to get and doesn't want to get because they're too lazy and they self-loathe and they make everything a man's problem when it's really her own. So I'm saying all this to say that my beautiful Rosalynds, do not, I repeat, do not let the hand clapping of big backs and fence sitters everywhere stop you from unlocking your skinny privilege, where that's a size small, extra, extra small. Do not let them stop you from being the woman that you're meant to be. Because women like that will only keep clapping because you're not a threat. What you want to hear from the big back community of women everywhere is oh my God, like, do you even eat? Oh, don't lose too much weight. Oh, you're getting so skinty. You know? You want them to accuse you of having an eating disorder. That's how you know that you're that big. Okay? Because whenever a big back tries to clock my eating habits, that's how I know I'm becoming a real threat. When a big back starts saying, "Oh, slay queen, oh, you got this," that's when you gotta side eye the shit out of them, even if they're being genuine, because you are a bad bitch. But I'm personally just saying, when you have the whole big back community praising you, that's a problem. It means that you're starting to look like them or that you're safe enough to blend in with them. And you don't want that. You want to be exclusive with your beauty, with your health, with your fitness, with your skinniness, and with your wealth building abilities. You don't want to be someone who is self loathing and masks it as self acceptance when you're just being lazy and you're unmotivated to be the woman you've always been meant to be. And with that, Mother is going to say, ciao.